5 minutes of gentle stretching, just whole body opening, a little self-massage, and meditative breathing. I'll invite you to get any type of nurturing equipment you need. Maybe that's a blanket, maybe that's some pillows to put under your knees so your hips are supported. Maybe that's a beverage. We'll get started in just a minute. Take your time, settle in. Y'all, go ahead and bring yourself into a seated position. And as you play around and get there, bring your weight onto one sit bone and lift up on one side and then the other, and find this rocking, swaying motion, noticing if you're tender or tight anywhere just from the very get-go. We're starting to transition. We are from doers to seers at this very moment. And then invite the spine long. Sit nice and tall. Feel the sit bones anchor down and the front of your pelvis lift up while you trust your weight about an inch back. This engages the core, lifts the heart, tucks the chin in slightly. If they aren't already, let the eyes soften and close. And today is our last day working with the word vulnerability. I mean, it might circle around in life again, but today is another day with vulnerability. And as you sit in your seat, we're going to contemplate the meaning of this word and its expansiveness and its depth. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It is spiritual strength. Your capacity to be vulnerable grows in direct proportion to your state of genuine wisdom, which acknowledges the transitional nature of physical reality and the enduring quality of the spiritual realm. Vulnerability grows as the need for personal material gain and glory diminishes. As your ego gives way to your authentic spiritual power and presence, you gain true vulnerability and compassion emerges. Notice where the gaze is within the eyelids. Start to bring that gaze in and up towards the center of the eyebrows. With your inhales, expand the belly, press it out, lift the chest and the heart, drop the shoulders. Your exhales, contract the belly, let everything expel out the body. In through the nose. Notice if your legs have any tension in this seat, and go ahead and release the legs, release the jaw. Notice what it feels like to hold steady in this seat. Start to bring your awareness into your palms. The hands have a lot of energy, so you might pick up several sensations here. Tingling, pulsating, heat, cool. Take a full breath in. Start to stretch your fingers as far apart from each other as you can, but leave the palms connected to the knees. And as you exhale, squeeze the knees with the hands. Engage the arms. Inhale, open the palms, stretch the fingers, slide the hands 1 inch closer to your hips. And as you exhale, squeeze the thighs right at the top of the knees. Inhale, stretch the fingers, open the palms. Exhale, slide the hands 1 inch closer towards the middle of your thighs and squeeze and grip and engage. Inhale, open up. Exhale, slide up and squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, slide the heels of the hands into the hip crease and squeeze. Beautiful. Now you're going to slide your right hand down by your hip on the earth and then bring it behind the body a little bit, and you're going to come onto the fingertips. And with your next inhale, keep the left hand connected to your being as you travel it through the front of the pelvis, the pubic bone, across the right hip crease, and then slide it to the right knee. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind you. Tent the fingers on both hands. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, there's length. Exhale, there's depth. 2 more. Full breath in. And exhale, gently unwind. The left hand will organically slide to middle. And the right hand's going to slide to the left hand. Inhale the palms together at your base. Lift your heart. Smile. And then exhale, slide that left hand slowly, mindfully behind you, right next to the hip. Hold palm onto earth for a moment. And then bring the fingertips onto the earth and slide the left hand further behind you. Now let's start to think about the right hand. Inhale, slide the right hand up the left leg towards the left knee. Come onto your fingerprints. Inhale, the spine lengthens. Exhale, twist. find length. Exhale, find depth. 2 more. Breathe in, fill up. And exhale, uncoil. Bring your hands to the base of your being. Inhale, lift your heart, lift the corners of your mouth. And exhale, let that go. Find a little freedom in your torso. Notice if your back body is tense anywhere and wiggle into that as you see fit. And then we'll invite our legs out in front of us and the hands behind us. And then you're gonna just pick your feet up. This isn't gonna be too active, it's gonna be gentle, but oftentimes the legs can kind of fall asleep. So pick the feet up, the hands are supporting you, the core is supporting you, the chest is lifting, and give your legs a wiggle. Wiggle them up and down, wiggle them side to side. Feel your leg meat go one way as your bones go the other. Beautiful. And then set the soles of the feet down, spring up onto the fingerprints, and then make fists and give yourself a little pound up and down the legs. Get it flowing. Beautiful. Now bring the feet back in and we're going to come into a hip opener here. And seated hip openers can be super duper intense, so just come in with ease. Grab your left foot a rooney and bring it to your right knee. And then just notice the gap between the right knee or the left knee and the right foot. And don't try and force it away. If the hips are not there, the hips are not there. Bring a pillow, a blanket, anything you want to eliminate that gap so you are supported in your moment. Now, if you're here and you're like, this is good, but maybe you want to play with something different, you've got options. So if you want to stay here, stay right here, or crawl your right ankle further to the left, and then slide your left ankle further to the right, and you're going to bring your knees more toward each other. And this is also another way to explore your hips. And if you come here, you can use your hands into the arches of your feet and lift your hips up a little bit and find a sway side to side as you settle in. And then whichever shape you chose, come to stillness. And bring your hands, if the knees are on top of each other, bring the hands by your side. Or if the feet and knees are stacked, bring your hands to your feet and knees. And then notice if you're falling forward. So I'll show you, because it's so subtle, it's tricky. We don't realize we're falling forward when we're falling forward oftentimes. And it looks like the heart is lifting and the crown is long, but if you checked me out, you would see that there is this slight angle where my shoulders are beyond my hips. Now it's a really subtle adjustment, but I'm going to lift the front of my hips up and pull my navel towards the back of my body, and then I'm going to make my torso follow that. And then I'm going to hold right there. And when you're here, it feels a little less easy. It feels like the core needs to be engaged more. That's good. And we'll be here for 3. Relax the shoulders for 2. Really trust that body back, baby. Full breath in. Now as we exhale, lean as far forward as you can, and intentional forward fold. Tense your fingers and bring them onto the earth in front of you and crawl them forward, forward, forward. Slowly. And maybe you keep the hands tented if you like how that feels, or maybe you palm onto the earth. Back of the neck is really long here. Tuck the chin into the chest and feel and breathe into the intensity. Take a full breath in, dig deep, get deep. And as you exhale, pedal back up. Hands swim behind you no matter which leg variation you chose. And then boom, feet come airborne. Give them a shake. And then switch sides. So now the right foot will be on the left knee. Oh, dirty feet. And find your moment sitting as tall as you can first. Just notice what that is. Notice if the shoulders are floating above and in front of the hips. Bring them back, lift them up, drop the shoulder blades down. Oh, excuse me. Together we breathe for 3. Full round in. And as you exhale, dive deep. Crawl the fingers forward. Take your time. Ooh, baby. We're here for 3. Full, deep, expansive. Stretch your breath. Breathe in, fill up. And breathe out, pedal back. Hands behind you, release the feet. Give it a shakeroo. Yeah. Beautiful. Now you're going to stick your left leg in towards your right thigh and your right leg long. Come nice and tall here in this seated leg stretch. And have your heart and shoulders focused forward versus focused toward that extended leg. And we are going to find this sweeping whole body, side body, heart opening moment here. This is a fabulous morning experience stretch. So bring your left hand somewhere to the outside of your left thigh. And as you inhale, you're going to press into that hand and you're going to lift the base of your being up. You're going to come onto your left shin, left hand, and then play with your right heel and foot. You can roll that ankle out. You can roll the top arm out. Really stretch the fingers away from the body, get into the side body, lift your head, lift your heart. Maybe you drop the head a little bit and notice your neck here. Full breath in. Send your hips forward, let your flexors open. Full breath out. Maybe you give your neck a little massage here, squeeze it out, really deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently invite your sweet bod back down. Woo. Help the right leg back in. Find a smile on your face. Notice if you got serious face going on. Oh, tell it, serious face, you may be excused. You are not invited to this party. And then we're going to take our right hand next to our right thigh. You know what to do. Inhale, lift your hips. Come onto the right shin. Oh, and explore. Stretch, be big, be free in your body. Play with that extended leg and the foot. Send those hips forward. Rub your neck. Maybe you roll those eyeballs into the back of your head and let out a little moan. Full breath in, get big, get long. And exhale, gently invite yourself back into a seat. Yeah, baby. Gently, softly, we move with tender, loving care. Bring your hands to your knees, pull the crown long, sit tall, sit taller. And then close the eyes, float the gaze. Extraordinary things happen with our eyes closed and our gaze floating, lifting, elevating. And as you come into this stillness, this closing meditation, just notice the difference between you now and you 25 minutes ago. You now and you earlier this morning. We're so powerful, and if we just use our breath and pay attention to our beings more than our brains, life becomes this way more beautiful experience. So notice your seat as you close up this practice. Fine tune. Be intuitive, be soft. The gateway to becoming vulnerable, open, and clear about your intentions and motivations is the voice of your inner spirit, your wise counsel. When you accept your own human frailties, not as an excuse for inflicting pain or for living with indifference, but as a means to increase your capacity to feel compassion easily, then you are living honestly and you are becoming vulnerable. Vulnerability is the natural state of open acceptance and self-responsibility, resulting from being in touch with your awakened spirit. All the elements of life, physical or non-physical, that also live in some way with an awakened spirit will know your true self. You are an open book, capable of being easily read by any living thing that lives by spiritual integrity. Send your next inhale down into the base of your spine, your pubic bone, your bathroom muscles. Fill up. And then fill up into your belly. Take your time here as you expand the ribs, the heart, the chest, the third eye, and the crown. Now suspend the breath at the top and soften. Observe the suspension. Stay. Slowly start to float your hands to heart center. Keep this breath in your body as you go. Breathe in a little bit more. And the moment your palms kiss your heart, let everything go. Head bows. Namaste, my friends. Thank you so much for sharing your space-time hearts and practices with me. Today we have another class coming up at 2 p.m. Lord willing, it'll work. And then at 5:45 is the body brushing class, which is very similar to the mood of this class, but we have our body brushes and we scrub a dub. So have your body brush and a massage lotion ready for that class, as well as any other like teas and things, as well as your skivvies. We need all the skin showing. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. If you're new to this space, I do accept Venmo donations. Nothing is required. I am giving for the sake of the time in the world, and these practices are critical for everybody right now. So thank you for showing up for yourself, and I'll see you soon. Katie Lynn, good morning, you sweet darling. Noelle,